Hello, welcome to today Autocad practical lesson. 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I have issued out the lesson guide, this lesson guide that is showing on the screen, and I want to believe that you must have got it and get yourself ready for this practical session. And I also believe that you must have got AutoCAD in your system by now, or installed it in your system by now. Without wasting much time or talking too much, I would like to go straight to the practical since I've already issued out the lesson guide. So before we start, let me quickly run over the guide so that we know what we are going to do. The content of this lesson were pointed out, which includes setting drawing units, setting drawing limits, setting dimensions type, creating layers, use of common drawing and modification tools. In the last particular content, we are going to use modification tool and draw a particular drawing, you know, a particular diagram. So okay, so let me show you the diagram we are going to. It's going to be this simple diagram. This simple diagram, very simple. It consists of a room and a veranda with two windows, two doors, and the other things, wardrobe, and then dimensions. So we are going to do this quickly. See if we can use highest 1 hour 30 minutes to complete this this guide, because I don't really want to split this video into two. So remember the objective. This is what we are going to tackle. We are going to draw set drawing units, limits, dimension, style, and create layers. These ones will not take time. It is the drawing part that will really take time. So we will be visiting this guide so that we will not jump from one step to another, so that we keep following the way it was arranged. So without wasting too much time, let's go straight to AutoCAD. And I want to say that uh, launching AutoCAD is just simple as launching any other application in Windows. So if you right click on the icon, if you have it on your desktop, or if you don't have it, just search through start menu. You are using Windows 10, and then wherever you say, you click it and it's going to be launched. Or if you have in your desktop, you right click on it. Once you right click on it, you see options open. You click on open, you wait until it launches. So once it launches, you see something like this. This is where it will stop. So here you have existing drawings, and also have way to start your fresh drawing. So since we are not dealing with existing drawing, we want to start our real first our fresh drawing. So we have to click on start drawing. Once you click on start drawing, you will have your drawing environment blank opened, blank drop working space open. So here, this is where we will start doing our setup. So remember, our very first thing we are going to do is to set drawing units. So we are going to start the shortcut of setting drawing units. UN. That is the shortcut. I'm going to use shortcuts mostly, and it's good to use shortcuts so that it makes your drawing fast and flexible. So I'm going to type UN. Follow me. UN. Enter. That is drawing units. So I'm going to set this to decimal as this. Set this to um, precision to 0, and then I want to change my unit to millimeters. That's all I need for this. So I'll click OK. Now the objective number one is accomplished. It's as simple as that. The next thing we want to do is set drawing limits. Okay, now I have made some adjustment to that setting of drawing limits. We are not really going to set the drawing limits. And instead of setting the drawing limits, I'm going to turn off the drawing limit. So the shortcut is limits. Just type limits, enter. Once you do that, you see the just a little above the command line bar. Okay, so you see where in a command line bar you see specify lower left corner. We are not going to set any limit. So what I'm going to do is to turn it off. Just take your mouse, go to that off, you check it and it's off. Okay, now we have accomplished objective number two. Let's check the third objective. The third objective is setting dimension style. Okay, I think this is where we are going to spend small time. So let's go back, setting drawing dimension style. So we are going to set dimension style. Sorry about that. So this is where we were. So I want to set dimension style. How do you do that? You type shortcut is D. Just type D, enter. It's going to take you to the dimension style manager. So from there, you have to. I don't want to modify anything. I just want to, start have a new dimension style. So we have two dimensions there anywhere. We have one to be internal dimension and another to be external dimension. So I'm going to set the two. The first one, I will call it external. External. I will name it external. External dim. Let me call it external dim. That is external dimension. Then I will click continue. Under this external dimension, I will not bother about doing everything. There are certain things that are going to be important for me. So under color here, I will check by layer because we are going to set layers. Remember, under line type here by layer, line weight by layer. Okay, there we don't need this extension line by layer. Everything here is by layer, by layer, by layer. Okay, okay. Extend beyond dimension limits. Extend beyond dimension lines. Sorry, extend beyond dimension lines. All right, I'm coming back to that, but I'm coming back to this. Let me go to symbols and arrows. I'm going to use architectural tick throughout. Architectural tick. Arrow size. I want my arrow size to be 100. Remember, we set unit. We set unit. So whatever I'm doing is based on the unit I have set. Okay. Um. Here we have here. I think I don't have any other thing to do here right now. So let me move again to the next menu. Follow me. We are moving to the next menu, text menu now. So text style, standard by layer, fill color. No, I don't need any fill color. Text height. Since we are dealing with external, I want my external dimension to be higher, so to be bigger. So I will set it to 300. Uh, draw frame around text. No, this text placement above, horizontal, center, uh, left to right. Okay, that's okay for me. Offset from dimension line. Offset from dimension line. I'm not really going to touch this for now. I'm not going to touch that for now. Okay, let's which one is this? Text alignment horizontal. align with dimension line. Yes, align with dimension line. Or you can use standard, but let me use align with dimension. That is what I like using. Yeah, under fits graph either text or arrow. Okay, fine. That is what I'm using. When text is not in the default position, place it beside. Okay, yeah. Um, I'm good with that. Primary units. No, whatever is I do here, I don't need decimal points. Okay, yeah, and everything thing for here under here, everything is okay for me. Alternate units, nothing to do here. Tolerance, nothing to do here. So let's go back to the lines. Extend beyond dimension lines. I'm going to use 50. Remember the unit we said 50, you should know what that 50 means. Then extension, extend beyond tick. Is it here? Extend beyond tick should be, let's check that. I said we are coming back to this. Okay, yeah. Extend beyond tick was here under lines menu. So I'm going to still use 50. For this, I think for now I'm okay. I'm okay with this. So I will click OK. I'm done with that and then close this. That is for external dimension. If I'm going to do another one for internal dimension. So I'm going to say new. Remember this one time around is internal dimension bin. So continue. I'll do similar things. Everything is by layer, okay, by layer, by layer, by layer, by layer. Symbols and arrow. I still need architectural tick. Same thing, architectural tick. Arrow size, yeah, arrow size here. Let me use 75. 75. Okay, and then we go to text. This is where I was rushing to because I don't want my internal dimension text to be the same as external. I will use here 200 and above. Yes, I prefer it to be above. Center is okay. Align. Then fits. Every other thing. I don't need this decimal. So you give me whole number. Okay. I'm not saying that decimal points are not good. Depends on what you want to do. For this practice list, I don't really need it at all. So every other thing is almost there. So extend beyond tick 50. Okay. I think that's it. Beyond dimension line 50. Okay. Now I'm done with that. I'll click OK. I'm done with that. Then you close. We have both external dimension and internal dimension settings. So I'm going to close. We are done with that particular one now. We are done with dimension setting of dimension style. So now we are now going to create layers. We are not going to waste much time. Remember, I don't really want to split this video. But then, I think these things I'm doing, even though we are a learner, the first time of your first time of using AutoCAD, you should be able to do that. It's very simple. It's very simple. So let's go and create layers. Remember when under creating of layers, we we had some elements that we have to create layers for. Like here, wall. We have wall, we have window, we have window label, we have door, we have door label, we have wardrobe, we have internal label, we have internal dimension and external dimension. We have to create layers for all this. So we said for wall, we give the name L wall. Window, we give name L window. Window label L win label, and we apply these properties: color, line type, line weight. So we are going to do that immediately. All right, let's go back to AutoCAD. So now, for you to create layer, you look at this one of the menus here, the menu bar here. You go to home. From home, you will see layer properties listed. You click on layer properties, a dialog box will open. When this dialog box opens, yeah, we want to, since we have not done, this is not an existing drawing, you will not have any other layer apart from this default layer. So we want to create new layers now. So you go to this icon. This icon stands for new. This icon, you click on the icon, new layer, you have it. You can now edit the name layer 1 to L wall. Remember, L wall, L wall. So under that L wall, we set the color to be white. If you remember, color was white. Line type continuous, good. Line weight 0.35. That is what was there, and that's it for L wall. The next one was L window. So we will edit this L window. We set color to be, let's use this magenta. I wrote the pink, but let's use this magenta in place of pink. Understand? Let me go back so that you see. We said L window color should be pink here, so I'm using magenta instead of pink. Okay, so continuous line is continuous. Line weight not 0.35, is 0.25. We are done with that. We create another one. Let's create this L door. Okay, L door. Color, what was color for door? Let's check, please. Cyan. So let's do that. This is cyan, so that's okay. And the thickness is still 0.02. I think it's okay. Now another layer. What that's L win beam. This stands for window dimension. So window dimension. What was the color? Let's check. L win label. Sorry, it's a win label, not win dimension. Win label, and it's green. Green. Let's edit this win label. There. Okay, and color is green. Okay, so continuous, and then this, yeah, this okay, 0.25. The next one is the same thing to door. That is L door Label, label. No label. What's color? Door, label. You say red, 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 red. So it's going to be red, red. I think every other thing is like that. I'm not gonna change the line weights and line type. Line weights, line type continuous. Then line weight 0.25. Then the next layer will be wardrobe cyan. Wardrobe cyan is carries 0.3 mm. So let's go back. What is the name? Sorry. What is the name? Is L wardrobe. Okay. So let's do that immediately. Uh, L wardrobe. Okay. Color cyan. Thickness 0.3. Which other level do we have? We have, okay, let's go up here. We have window, we have done window level, we have done window, we have done door level. Yeah, we are left with these three: internal level, internal dimension, and external dimension. All of them have continuous lines and thickness of 0.25, with internal level having blue color, internal dimension having yellow, and external dimension having cyan. Let's do that immediately. Okay. L uh, L in beam, internal internal dimension. That is internal dimension. Color yellow, yellow. Okay. Line continuous but 0.25. Next one is L external beam, external dimension. Color cyan. Next one is in L in level. L in level. Level. Color is blue. Every other thing uh, remain the same. So at this point, we have set all the layers we have already planned. So when you are through, you just close the dialog box. You just close here, and everything is set there. So what is we have accomplished that particular objective. Now we are through with creating layers. Now we are about to draw. This is the final step of this our practical lesson. So let's see how we are going to draw. What are we drawing? We are going to reproduce this diagram the way it is. Though the dimension of this diagram is not complete, but we are still going to manipulate some stuff out and then make sure we draw it. So how do we start? Okay, we have this drawing that looks like a rectangle. If you look at in a general view, like a rectangle with length, with length. If you add the total length there, you have 5,995 mm. The dimensions are in mm. Then the width is 4,100 mm. So that means whatever we are going to do, that is going to be the length and the breadth. Out to out dimension, not in to in, not center to center. That is out to out dimension. So let's do that and see. Okay, first of all, now means we are going to make use of a line. I don't want to make use of line. I want to make use of external line. I love using external line because it makes my work, for me, it makes my work very easy. See, But that notwithstanding, there are things we are going to do here. I'm still going to show you how to make use of lines. So we are going to accomplish all of this under this drawing. Like I already said, we are going to see how to mirror, rotate, trim, move, copy, scale, offset, erase, and do the rest. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So let's go. All right. How do I construct an external line? Just press XL. Once you do that, it's activated. So what you do is you start drawing. That is it. You see how it's shaking. See how it's shaking. It's not straight. It's not straight going vertical or horizontal. It's like shaking. How do you do away with that? How do you stop that? If you can press F8. If you can press Shift button and hold. If you press Shift button and hold, it's going to make it straight, either horizontal or vertical. I don't want to off on my auto mode for now. Just want to show you that you can press your Shift button and hold, and then you click on your mouse, and you have drawn that vertical line. You click Enter. Okay, I have this. See the vertical line now. This line does not have an end, so that is why I love using it. That is the main reason I'm using. The main reason I'm using is so that I'll be able to show you how to trim, cut, and all those things. Right. So what do we do with this line? Like I said, this drawing does not contain complete dimension. So since this wall, a wall of different thickness, I don't know the thickness this person was using. So for now, I'm going to assume that the thickness of this wall is 225. That is 9 inches. 9 inches. So I'm going to go for 225 for now. So how do we do that? Let's go back. I'm going to offset this wall, this line, to 225 to have a thickness of the wall. So whatever I'm going to do from left to right. I don't know how this thing is appearing in your screen. I'm going to do from one side to the other side, from left to right. So I'm going to offset this here. So how do we offset? Remember, offset is one of the objectives. We might not follow it serially, the way it was listed here. We will not follow it serially. Yeah, see where we have offset. I will not follow this serially. So, but I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to make use of all of this before the lesson ends. So, for you to offset, you type 0, O, letter O, you enter. Then once you enter, you type in the dimension, the size of your offset, the distance where you want to offset. So I want to offset 225 distance. So I will type 225, enter. Okay, once that is done, you click on what you want to the line, and then you drag it rightward. I'm setting I'm offsetting from left to right. Now the thickness I have there, if you check the thickness I have there is 225. Now how do I know that it's 225? Let me just measure it. See. Sorry about that. Okay. The reason that is showing 226 is because there's no auto mode to click on the line. So let me have a horizontal line, so that it's going to help me, because this version of AutoCAD, this particular version of AutoCAD is not like the old version. Okay, now I want to now dimension on this horizontal line so that I'll be able to, yeah. So now you see that is the thickness of that. So let me just delete that. Remember, I'm going to show you what everything I'm doing, I'm going to tell you. So to delete this, I have to type letter E and enter. Once you type that, you select what you want to delete and then enter again That's all. Okay. Now I have already drawn the horizontal line. Now let me assume that that horizontal line is the bottom line of that drawing, the down part. So I'm going to offset from down to the from bottom to the top, from bottom to the top. Then while the vertical, I'm offsetting from left to right. Okay, let's do this. Remember, from bottom to top, the thickness offset. I'm going to offset this to have the thickness of 225. Since I have already done 225, I can just enter and then offset it. That is the thickness of that wall. Okay. Now, what is the total length of the building? That is what I want to do now. What is the total length of the building? Out to out. The total length was 5,995. So I'm going to set from bottom, offset, 5,995, offset from bottom, enter. Remember, out to out. So I'm going to take from the down part, the last line here, set it up, and that's it. You click enter. What's that? Okay, let's do it again. Offset from down. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to do the same thing to the vertical. The total width was 4,100. So I will offset that 4,100. Enter. We do this, remember, and we have that. Okay. Now I'm going to have the thickness. Remember the thickness of my wall. I have it at the bottom here, I have it at the left here, while right and top here have only single line. So if I offset with the dimension of 225, enter. Everything you type you must enter. So I'm going to offset this down, offset this leftward, and then I'll have that. That is the boundary of my drawing. What am I going to do now? Let me show you how to trim. How to trim. So trim, you're going to trim lines. All right, how do you trim? In a previous version of AutoCAD, especially AutoCAD 2009, I think 2010 is almost the same. If you want to trim a vertical line, you must have horizontal line touching it. If you want to trim a horizontal line, you must have a vertical line touching it. But this one is not actually true. Anything you want to trim, just select trim and you trim it off. You don't really need to select the horizontal line. Sorry, I'm not just touching it. You have to select. If you are trimming a vertical line, there must be a horizontal line that is running across it, and then you must select the horizontal line. What I mean by, what is mean by select? Just highlight it. It's the horizontal line. When you highlight the horizontal line, you now trim off where you want to trim. If you don't highlight it, you will not trim. But now the new versions are not like that. So I'm going to trim by typing TR, enter. Now I'm going to trim everything outside this box. This is my drawing. So from the top here, we'll just be clicking the lines. You see, it's trimmed off. All the lines are trimmed off. All the lines are trimmed off. All the lines are trimmed off. Okay, and that I have the box. This box, if I do the dimension, you see. Let me dimension it for you to see. You have here, see, 4,100. This side also, you have it 5,995. But that is not what we want to do now. Let's delete this. Okay. Okay. Now remember, we set layers for all of this. Yeah, we set layers for all of this. But the layer I'm actually using to draw this right now, is the default layer, which is not one of the layers I've created, is the default layer. So, but I don't want to use the default layer. Remember, the layer for uh, walls was created. So, how do I now change to that layer? First of all, This is the opportunity for me to show you how to draw line, not extension line. How do you draw a line? Okay, first of all, let's go to our layer property bar. You click on there. When it drops down, you look for the layer you want to choose to make it current. So we are looking for wall. Yes, look at it here, wall. Now that I've chosen the wall, whatever I'm going to draw will make use of that wall layer. So now I want to show you how to draw with line. How do you do that? You click, you just type L and enter. Once you do that, you can now start drawing with line. And maybe in our subsequent videos, I'll be doing a lot of drawing with line. So you will see how you can use line, you draw and everything like that. So I want to draw this line now. I want it to be straight. So I'm going to press shift and hold. It's straight now. You can do it whatever you want to do with it. Anyhow you want to do it. But remember, this one I'm doing are not dimensioned. So you might have to type dimension if any way you want. If you could write, yes, as you are going right, you type the dimension, the length you want it to go. Once you turn it down, you type the length you want to go. You take it left, you turn the length you want to go, and you take it up again, you type the length you want to go. So that's how it is. So now this my line carries the property of the wall that I have set. Remember? But this particular drawing I was doing does not carry the property of the wall. So how do I now do it? What I will do is I will match property. That is one of our objectives here. Is it there? Match property should be there. Or match property is not here. I must have omitted it. It's very important here. Match property should be here. Let's see. Hide, freeze, lock, current, and match layer property. Okay. It was under layer properties. It was under layer property. So I'm going to match property. I'm going to match property. Match property. So you can type this. You can type this shortcut LAYMCH and match a property. You know. So how do we do that? You can type the shortcut, remember, but I'm not doing that. So I'm going to type MA. Okay. Since we have already set this, guideline, let's follow the guideline instead. Lay MCH. Okay. Sorry. MCH. Enter. You see, if you even when you are looking at the command line, if you are if as if you are new, you have not used it before, whenever you are confused, keep on looking at the command line. At least it's going to give you a guide on what to do. So you see the command line says select objects to be changed. Select objects to be changed. So you select, I want to change this. Then I will enter now. I think that's done. See, it's done. So first of all, once you type the shortcut, is there on the manual or the guide I have sent. You can check it out later. Once you type it, you select the object you want to change the properties. Once you select it, you now click enter. You press enter, and then you select the new one that holds the property that you want to change to, you want to transfer to the other one. So once you do that, you press enter and it's done. Now this my drawing now carries wall properties. How do you know it carries it? Now that is the question. How do you know? If I select on this, if what is on the property layer menu here, ribbon here, is not, is still showing L wall, it means that what the property that this thing is carrying is wall property. All right, I'm going to delete this. How do we delete? I think we have done this before. Okay, we haven't. We have not done it. I think we did it. How do we delete this? You just type A and enter. Once you type A and enter, you can now select what you want to delete. I want to delete all of this because it's irrelevant. And enter is gone. Let me move. Remember, moving is part of the objective here. Move. So how do we do that? You type M. I'm going to type M, enter. I really want to move this drawing out from here because it looks something somehow let's say invisible or some this particular polar line is blocking the view. So I'm going to move it out from there. Enter, then see I'm moving it. You can move it to anywhere. You can move it to anywhere. You can move it to anywhere. Okay, I think this place is clear. Now, another thing I want you to know is this particular grid lines is not necessary. It depends on what you want. Someone like me, I don't always like it. I don't always like it. So how do you do that? Though this is not part of the objective, but I'm going to show you how to do it. You just come to the uh, this command line. You see a, an icon that looks like a mesh, vertical and horizontal line. Just click it. It's going to be off. You have a very clean environment. I love working in a very clean environment. Yeah, you see, so that I will only see what I'm doing. I'll only see what I'm doing. Okay, now let's continue so that you'll be able to finish this on time. What are the other properties of the drawing? Let's go back to the drawing. We have the next wall from top. Okay, I said I'm going to do it from bottom. Okay, from bottom, the next wall have internal dimension of 4070. So we are going to offset into in, that is into in 4070. So let's do that. Into in, offset, enter, 4070, enter. We click here, that's it. Enter. What? No, wait. Offset. Enter. Okay. We click enter again to do away with the command. And then I'm going to remember the thickness is 225. So I'm going to set 225 still upward. And that is done. I'll click enter to do away with the command. What else do we have? Do we still have another wall crossing somewhere? No other wall. No other wall. No wall. So we have to start inputting our windows and doors. Okay, so like I said, dimension is not complete here. And for the wall, the position of the wall, I want to assume, normally in building technology, it is always stated that uh, you should place your wall towards the the corners of your wall, your door towards the corner of your wall at least 20 cm from the wall. That should be 200 from the corner. So, but here I'm going to assume that my my door is at least one block, one length of block away from the corner. That is 450. So I'm going to use 450. Offset 450. That is where I want my wall to start. Sorry, my door to start. And what is the length, the size of my door? It's not specified in the drawing, but I'm going to use 900 here, 900 So I'm going to type offset again, 900. Enter. Okay. All right. So I know this is confusing, but look at what I'm going to do. I'm doing this so that I'll be able to show you so many things. I'm going to trim now. Now remember the other trimming. When once I type TR, I trim everything without doing any selection, without highlighting anything. So now you see this line. Let me select this. You see these two lines. Yeah, these two lines, vertical lines that are crossing. I don't want any part of this line above this wall, this internal wall. The only thing I need is the one within the two, that's in between the boundary of the wall. So how am I going to do that? Am I going to trim that out? What I'm going to do is I will select the boundary. Once that is done, I will type TR, enter, and then I will start clicking. I will start trimming it. See? Now this is the only thing I needed. You see? And this place, I need a space here. I don't need this line to continue. So I will do the same thing. Since I'm going to trim off the horizontal lines, I'm going to select the vertical boundaries here. TR, enter. I will now click here, and it's gone. See, see, I now have that opening. That is my door opening. Now let's start in the same internal wall. Let's insert our window. There is no also dimension for window, but I would like to offset it from the house inside wall here, a distance of 550. Offset 550. Enter. So okay, that is the one end of the window, and the window carries 1,200. Remember the size of window is 1,200. W2 carries 1,200. It is not level in the internal one, but as long as it's W2, all the W2, which is stand for window type 2, will carry the same dimension. So I'm going to offset it to 1,200. Enter. Okay. So that is going to be the space of my window. So I will do the same thing I did to trim off the line. So I will type TR and then start trimming off. All right. Now I have this. The window here was not open up. Instead, we had a horizontal pink horizontal lines. Sorry. So how do we set that? Since I don't really want to, since the thickness of this wall is 225, if we offset each of this line as a spacing of 75, I think we are going to achieve equal lines. So let's offset this line. Offset 75. Enter. Let's see. That is number one, number two. Oh, we have set only two times and we have cut it. So enter. I'm going to trim off anything outside this window space. So I'm going to select the vertical boundary here. Enter. Sorry, sorry. Select the vertical boundary. I did not type TR. You type TR. Enter, and you click this. All right, and that's done. Okay. Now, now remember this our window now is now carrying. This window is carrying wall properties, which is not supposed to be so. It's carrying wall properties. So what are we going to do now? Remember, you can always draw a line. L, enter. Okay. We can always draw a line that have that property and then we match. Remember how we did it? We match. So let's select the properties first. Window, window, L window. Draw a line by typing L. Then you draw any vertical line, anyhow you want to draw, because we don't really need it. You just need to match the properties. Okay, we have got that line now. The only properties we are matching is the line, the yeah, the properties of that window. So what we type LAYMCH. Okay, enter. First of all, you select what you want to match. Once you do that, you press enter, and you select the line that you have drawn with the property. You see, it has changed. So that's done. We have our window. We can now delete this. You click E and then enter. That is deleted. Okay, so we have another door here. So I'm going to use the same technique. And okay, this door actually flushes by the by the wall. So well, I'm going to do exactly that. So since it flushes there, I'm going to type, that is offset. I want to offset 900. So type go enter 900, enter. I want to offset the space, so that is 900 space now. So enter. I want to trim off that line because it's not necessary. I type TR, enter, then that's enter, trim again. See, I want to trim off this because I don't need that space. I need the space. I don't need that line to cross. Okay, I think we have two doors and now remaining the other window. Okay, what is the position of that window? We have from the external dimension of the bottom wall to the one end of the window is 1830. So let's offset 1830. Enter. So we do that. That is the position of what the size of the window is 1200. Remember, offset 1200. I'm done. I'm done with that. So what are you going to do now? I'm going to trim. I want to select this TR, enter, trim this off. All right, enter. Now remember this window, I want to offset it. Now what do we do? Okay, offset 75, so that we will have the lines 75. Yeah, enter. I want to trim now. I have to select the horizontal line so that I'll be able to trim off the vertical lines that are not needed. TR, enter. Here goes. Here we go. Here we go. So we can now match our properties. Remember, layer and ch. You select what you want to match. Enter. Then you select this. It's done. All right, then one we have to insert doors now. Before we do that, there are some lines that are crossing the way it is not desirable. I don't need this, so what I have to do is to trim. So just type TR. You don't need to select anything, just trim them off. Once you click, they are going to be trimmed off. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. So what is the main thing that is meant now? You want to draw the door. That is when I'm going to show you how to draw rectangle. Yeah, we use this opportunity and show you how to draw the rectangle. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, how do we draw a rectangle? How do we draw a rectangle? I had in my guide, I have already indicated the shortcuts. The shortcuts are those ones in the brackets. So when you just type RCA, you have activated the rectangle command. So you just type RCA, enter. Now, this rectangle, it depends on the size you want. Assuming I want the rectangle of 1000 by 2000 by 1000, I will just click there. As I'm going to the right, I will type 2000. If I go down, sorry, that is 200. Sorry, you can use undo. Rec, enter 2000. That's it. Okay, let's go again. Rec, I did not choose the width of the rectangle. So I'll see that 2000 comma 1000. What this? Are you sure this is not too big? Rectangle. Okay, I think I know where the problem was. So when you press select rectangle, what's that? 2000 1000. Still giving me this thickness width chamfer elevation thickness width. I think I was just that was corner. It's funny. I'm going to delete this. Okay, anyways, this is still part of this is what happens when there is a new version of any application. It doesn't really work exactly how the old versions work. But however, um, we are going to draw a rectangle. Okay, I think it's square. Let's see, because here, this door, I want to construct it. I want to construct it myself. The reason I want to construct it, I wanted to show you how to draw some of these things. There is a preset library that you can pick out all these symbols, door symbol, double door, single door, and all those things. But I actually want to draw it so that I will be able to show you how to draw. So once you type your REC, uh, you draw something. This thing doesn't really have a dimension. I just want to draw something like this. Is this okay for me? If not, I will extend it. If it's too small for me, I will extend it. No, 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 no. This is not what I want. So let me set this to up to rectangle. I think that is small enough. I don't want something so big. All right, let me move. Enter. Remember, move M. Type M, and then you start moving. The door was open inside. Let's check. Let's check. The door was open inside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm going to get this thing at the top there. This thing doesn't really have dimension. I'm just drawing it. It's like a sketch. So it doesn't really have. All right. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Copy. CO. Copy. We are doing another work. Another command now. CO. Copy. So I'm going to press enter. I'm moving. Move now. Now copy and move as two different things. Now see, if I was moving it, I will not have this one left. But since I've copied it, I still have the original copy left. So what else? I'm going to draw a line. So you type line, and then I want to start my line from at this point. So I want the okay, okay. Let me. The length of that line should be 900, but I don't want it to be 900 because I have already chopped out some space. So let me just use maybe 850. 850. Enter. Okay. So now I want to draw an arc. Did I say that I'm going to teach you how to draw an arc? See, line. We have seen how to draw line. This is now I'm trying to draw an arc now. Rectangle, I've done that, and now it's remaining circle. All right. So let's see how that goes. Arc. You just type. Remember the shortcut is here. You can still always go back to the manual, the guide. Arc. Enter. I want to start the first point. Arc must have 3 points. Remember, arc must have 3 points. The first point start there. I want to have the second point here, and then I will join it. It's just a drawing. Anyways, if you are not comfortable with it, you can delete it here and then draw it again until you have. Someone might be asking why did I choose 850 900 here. Anyways, let me not like try to cover up some skills. The reason I talked about 900 is that the spacing here for the door is 900. That is the size of the door. So I was talking about 900 in case that I want to draw the frame, no, the shutter of the door. If the door spacing is 900, that means your shutter must be 900 if you don't have a frame. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's in excluding the frame, it should be 900. That means that the space that frame is taking and the door should probably add up to 900. So you can act, of course, right now, since this is just a sketch, and then you can type 900, enter. You have the length of your shutter. I hope you know what shutter means. Okay, now let's go back to the arc. Draw the arc. I'm going to start here. That is the first point. I'm going to have the second point somewhere here, and then wait. I'm going to join this. That is what I needed. Oh wow! One thing is left. Remember, this door has its own layer. What was the layer for door? L door, and the color was cyan. So let's go and do that. Remember, I said even if you don't remember to change when you're doing it, you can always draw a line. So go back and change it to what? Door. Yeah, door. And then you draw a line that have the properties. How do you now match the properties? What? Layer what? Layer MCH. You click what you want to change. I want all of this. Anything that has to do with door here to have this property. And that's done. You can now delete this by typing E, enter, and then select that and delete. Okay, I now have this. This is the door. It's open inside. Now, I'm really going to copy this to another place, rotate it, mirror it, and then I don't want to draw any other thing. That is the reason put all of this so that I'll be able to use this to show, rotate, mirror, copy, and all those things. All right. So now, how do I now copy? Copy. I'll select everything that I want to copy. All right. Then enter. I'll copy it to a particular point. I'm going to off this auto mode. This is auto. It's called auto mode. If you press F8, It's going to either turn it on or turn it off. It's actually good, but it's not every time that is used. So this is where I want to place the now. This particular door is pointing is open inside. Okay. So first of all, we are going to rotate it, right? So that it's going to point inside. How do we rotate it? RO, enter. You select what you want to rotate, enter. You pick a point, rotate it. Remember, this thing was auto mode was off. I'm going to on the auto mode so that I will have this. Okay, this is inside, right? This is inside. I will keep it. Yeah, that is it. So I'm going to move it in. So type M, enter. You have to select the point that you want to drop. You want to pick and where you want to join it. So I want to join it here, right? That is not right. That is not right. The frame should should be from outside. So I'm going to move it again. Yes, that is what I wanted. That's it. That's it. This is it. Okay, so I'm done with that. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, it's actually okay. What next? We are almost through. Almost through. What? Almost through. So let's add the wardrobe. The dimension of wardrobe is not given here, but we know the other dimension should not be less than 600. So I'm going to choose that one 600, and then I'm going to use 900 times 2 or 1 2 times 2. Should that be 1 2? Yeah, 1 2 times 2. So I'm going to offset this, the internal wall here, 1 to 2 times 1200. This is the first one, this is the second one. Is that not too much? Let's see. Ah, it's not too much. So I'm going to offset this 600 up there. Now, what am I going to do next? Is to trim. I'm going to select this TR, trim this off. Now, select this again, TR, trim it off. Now, remember, this is not the property. This is not the property of the, the wardrobe. It's not going to be white. Okay, let's finish it off. Let's draw a line, enter. It has this, this has this, and this. Okay, so what is the property? We go here back to property, layer property. What was that? Wardrobe. Where? L wardrobe. We draw a line somewhere. Enter, lay, MCH. You select this, what you want to change the property. When you want the property to be changed. All right. Enter, and then you select this. It's done. You can delete this line now. Okay. Now what next? You're almost done. Okay, window level, and door level. Okay, let's start. Let's do that one. Window. Let's start from door level. Door level. We click on door level. First of all, the door level carries a circle. How do we draw a circle? Just type C, and that's done. Once you type C, this one, since the circle is just a drawing, it's just a sketch. Something doesn't have to do with any dimension. You can just draw by its inspection, see the size of the drawing, the size of the circle you want, and then you stop at any time. That's it. And then we can now insert text, right? Can now insert text. See, just type text, and then let's see how it goes. I don't need this single text. I don't always like it. So I'm going to go to the text bar. I'm going to use multiple here. So all right. So let's type in door one D1, right? D1. Under this. Oh, sorry about that. Under this, we are going to choose size of the label. This time around, not going to be by layer. Sorry. If I choose by layer, I'm not going to achieve size. I did not set this. So let's choose 300. Is that okay? What's sorry. W. Select that. Yeah. Then you close editor. Have it there. Oh, sorry about that. So let me delete this. I think I've made some error there. Let's go back to the text. All right. I said it's not going to be by layer. Why did I say that? It's going to be by layer. Probably you can now type in 300 and then close. Sorry about that. So we can now move this inside the circle. We can extend the circle or you reduce the text anyhow. You can place, make sure you place it well. Okay, we can edit this text edit. I always type ed to edit. Just type this and then you can edit it to D1, right? D1. Uh, Let me keep increasing the size so that the thing is there. All right. Okay. So I'm going to move this. Move into Office Auto mode. Moving. I have my D1 here. Since I have the same thing here, so I can copy CO. I have my D2 here. Sorry, still D1. Sorry about that. So, all right. I might not want to start drawing on that thing for Windows. I can just keep window here. Window level, right? So I can edit this ED, that ED, and then you select it and write W1. You can place that correctly by moving it leftward. Okay, that's it. So how do I now change the properties? Remember, you go back there to window, level. We have window level. Yeah. You type a line, you draw that line, anyhow you want to draw it, doesn't matter. At the end, you delete it. So, no, that is not window level. Window win level. Yeah, it's win level. Enter, you draw that, enter win level. Okay, so we are going to match property. Enter, you select what you want to match, enter, and then you select, sorry, let's match again. Let MCH and CH. select this. Sorry about that. Let's go back in. Let NCH, select this, enter, and then you select what you want, and that's done. You can now copy this CO to the other one. And now you can delete the rest of the things that are not important. So we are almost done. Okay, now we have to do a dimension. So let's start with external. Or we have LX diamond. So I've selected that. So what you do is click the dimension, and then you start dimensioning it. Do that thing, the same thing to the side. Now internal dimension, you click L int, where L int dimension. Okay, you do the same thing.
What's because another one? What's because another one?
I'm doing this. This is not necessary. I'm doing it because if you are printing this out, these lines will just be showing anyhow. So I always like making it come to the exact line. I don't need too much lines to avoid confusion when printing. Alright, and you can always move this anywhere. You can always move it to move all these things to make it clear. And I decide to move it upward so that it will not really interfere with the other one. And move this same way. Okay, I'm done with the internal dimension. The way it was done here, it's not completely different from what we have here. So what is the meaning is internal level. So let's do that internal level where yeah is blue. So you click on the multiple text with that um what room sorry room 3. What is that? Room 3. Here you can format your text the way you want it. Maybe here you can choose what area black or whatever. You can choose your text height, say 250. Okay, 250. Yes. Let me maintain a 300 for now. What else? What else do I have to check? Nothing for now. So just close. You can now move it inside. Okay. I can now copy it to the next one. So where we have veranda here, and we can edit ed. VAR render. Okay. If the text are too much, you can reduce it. You can edit if the text height or it's too much, or you don't want the area black. If it's too bold, you can edit it or you scale. Okay, I think I should use this opportunity and show you how to scale. Show this opportunity and show you how to scale because scale is part of our uh, objective. So I think this should be okay, but let me scale it a little bit. So you type SC, enter, select what you want to scale, you enter again, uh, you select it and then type in scale factor. Let me reduce it by 1.8. Oh, that is not reduction, sorry. Okay, I'll do scale, enter, select what you want to scale, enter, 5.8. I wanted to type on it, so I'll reduce it. I'll do the same thing here, enter, uh, click on it, point 8, reduced. Okay, and that's it. Uh, the remaining things we are supposed to add here, thing for the drawing, we are done with it. We are done with the drawing. So that is how it's done. The remaining thing I want to add is just because we said we are going to show how to scale,
What's because another one?
apply, fillet, and break. We have done all other things except mirror. Did we mirror? We did not mirror. We rotated, but we did not scale. We just scale, right? Fillet and then break. So how do we apply fillet? I'm going to use another a particular drawing to show you that immediately. But to mirror this is simple. If I want to have exactly this on the other side, I will just type MI, enter. I will select what I want to mirror, click enter. I will, first of all, let me turn on auto mode. You can use F8 to do that. I will click on the side I want to rotate. Now I want to rotate this way. I'll just click here, drag down, enter. I've rotated it. Sorry, I've mirrored it. What I have here is a mirror image of the other one. Now this mirror image is very nice. It's not the other mirror image that will give you I don't know how to say it give you if you have like let me explain like this veranda instead for it to write the veranda the way it should be it will start by writing ADARAV. It makes the text look the same way it should be. It's only rotating, it's only mirroring the diagram, you know, it's only mirroring the diagram. So that is one good thing about the mirroring in AutoCAD. You don't just mirror it and then it makes everything look somehow. If that was the case, this mirroring would be useless because this room would we type more like MOOR, you understand? That is, we start from 3 MOOR. And the 3 will not even look like 3, a 3 will look like E, something like that. So, this is one good thing about mirroring. If I wanted to have a complex, maybe I wanted to have exactly the same thing on the other side. Let me just move this. Let me just copy first. Sorry, let me copy this and have something somewhere. Alright, enter. Let me show you. Sometimes, okay, sometimes I wanted to have exactly the same thing on the other side. So instead for me to start drawing all these things, if I draw one unit, I can copy this. I can copy this. I can mirror it. After mirroring it, I have the mirror image and I copy this and move it. Sorry, I will move it and paste there. I will have instead of drawing the two things these things separately, I will just draw one, mirror it, copy. The only since this door has to be only one, I can delete one out and allow the other one to stay. Now it saves me time. Saves me time. See? See? I have exactly what is here. Here. So it saves time. See? So that is the function of mirror. So let me quickly apply fillet. Assuming I have a line, for example, remember those engineering drawing we used to do in school? If you have something like this, okay? Now, normally,
Let's pick up another one.
if I don't want these two lines to meet at a very sharp edge like this, let me just trim. I don't want it to be at right angle. I want this edge to have a radius like an arc. So what do I do? I'll have to use fillet. You type F, enter. You specify the radius. You type in R to specify the radius, and you type in the radius, say 2000. Enter. Now you click the two lines, you select the first one and select the second one, and you have it. Very as neat as that, and you have it. Okay, assuming I had drawn this. Okay, trim. Let me trim this first. But I don't want the edges to be sharp. You can chamfer it. You can use fillet. You can use fillet. Just type F, enter. You specify the radius by typing R, and you can use whether you want 1005 radius according to your drawing, depending on the drawing specification. You do again. All this I'm typing enter because I've already carried the function around. Okay, so you see, instead of having that sharp edged rectangle, I now have this. So maybe assuming I don't want this line to be continuous. I want to break it at some point. So I can just type, since let's see the shortcut already. BR to break. You know, just type BR, enter. You click on one point, you drag. See, you keep dragging to where you want it, and you break it, and that's it. Let's see if there's any other thing we have done. We have done mirroring, we have done rotating, we have rotated, we have trim, move, copy, scale, fillet, offset, erase, and break. Let's see additional. Okay, yeah. Create layers, turn off layers. Okay, we did not do this. We did not do this. Let's quickly do this and then round up. Let's quickly do that. Alright, how do we now turn off layers? Alright, now turning off layers, sometimes let me delete all this by typing E, enter, and then select delete. Let me delete other things that are not important here. In case you want to, sometimes okay, assuming this drawing now, if you are working with a very complex drawing and you want to just focus on a particular as a particular element, assuming I don't want this internal dimension to show, I don't want it to show for now. I don't want it to show. It's making if the drawing was big, it could make the drawing so complicated. So I just want to hide it. You know. First of all, what do we have here? We want to turn it off. We
Let's
want
pick
to
up
turn it
another
off.
one. Let's pick up another one.
Let me first of all hide it so that I was talking about making something complex, so complicated. So I want to hide it. So you want to just type in this particular shortcut. They are here. The shortcut are ISO, but then since you know the shortcut, you can type it. But to make it fast here, I'm going to go to the layer properties bar here, where I have it here at the ribbon here. So I will just type, I'll just select here, then come to this. What am I doing? See, if that is the only thing I want to see, if that is the only thing I want to see, I will just select it. Now let's do undo. If I want to, let's go there, turn off layer. You do the same thing. You turn off. Which layer do I want to turn off? I want to turn off this one. If I turn that off, I will not see that one. So it's like turning off layer is like opposite to hiding layer. You understand? If they want to select in turning off, will be the one to disappear. But in hiding, the one you select will now be the one to stand. The rest will be like will disappear. Doesn't mean that they are gone, they are still there. If you turn it on, how do you turn that on? You can go back to this and then you see you click on this turn a layer on and it's going to come back. Alright, all those ones are just let me say miscellaneous that you can do it. Lock layer, sometimes you want to move something, you want to select something or move or maybe trim or do something, but you don't want it to affect other layers, you can just lock the layer. You can use freeze or lock the layer so that whatever you do will not touch the other layer. So what do you do? How do you do that? Just assume I'm locking this layer. Okay. So whatever I do, even if I move a whole of this, I'm not going to move that layer. That layer will be there because I cannot touch it, but I can touch every other layer. Okay. For example, let me just move, select everything and move. See, I have moved every other thing, but that layer that I have locked is there. I cannot move that one. So that is also when you are working on AutoCAD, all these things you apply them without even thinking much. Because when as you are doing it, you know what should I do next is to move this. What should I do to move it confidently? Turn off layer, do this and all those things. So let's do on press undo and get it our thing back. So you have these ones maybe it should be your assignment because our time is up. So you have to play alongside with turning layers off and on, hiding, freezing, locking, and all these things. So I think this should be the end of our practical lesson class. Please, we are going to come up with videos. We are going to continue from here. We have a long way to go. This is not we are going to stop. We are going to do more videos. We are going to be doing a complicated ones as time going. So I wanted to start from the beginning so that anybody who does not know how to use things will now start from the beginning and start following us. It's not going to be nice for me to start, doing maybe do a detailing of a building when someone does not even know how to use AutoCAD. So I'm going to take it step by step. This is my step one. This is step one. So I believe that maybe I should give it 2 weeks or lower than that. You should be able to know how to use AutoCAD. Then I will do another lesson, But then it's going to be built upon. If any video I am going to propose on AutoCAD is going to build upon the previous one. So now we have this drawing. Amen. At this point, I will say please subscribe so that you'll be able to get updates on our next video that will be coming up. Thank you for watching.